Hi all, today I'm back with another quick Japan video. This time not going over like a single major topic, but instead 5 niche prefecture-specific tips, so things to look out for that can tell you the exact prefecture that you're in. These clues are relatively rare, like not something you're gonna happen to come across very often, but can offer a huge advantage when you do. And given how unique they are, there are also relatively few exceptions that you might need to worry about. So they're very useful in that regard as well. All right, let's get right into it. The first prefecture we talk about is Kagawa, the smallest, northernmost prefecture on the island of Shikoku. And the meta is these uh, reflectors at intersections that the prefecture uses pretty often. It's two yellow circles on a black rectangle background, and they can also be two stacked on top of each other, or as they're typically on intersections, or by arrows pointing in either direction. You can get signs or reflectors that are reminiscent of these in other prefectures, um, but the exact setup is relatively easy to tell apart, and this, as far as I can tell, is specific to Kagawa. Um, Moving on and staying on Shikoku, next one we talk about Ehime, which is the prefecture on Shikoku in the northwest. Um, and the meta is painted blue lines along the outside white lines that are found on a bunch of roads in Ehime. I know for a fact this isn't like 100% consistent. Like there's at least one road in Kyoto and a couple others that may have this, but it is definitely 95 plus percent consistent. And if you combined with other potentially Shikoku metas, very useful, very consistent for Ehime. And there seem to be a little more common along the coast, but can actually be found pretty far inland as well. And that's for Ehime. Moving on, going to Okayama, a prefecture that already had a specific bollard that I talked about in the last video, so just another metaphor, the prefecture. These I refer to as chunky reflectors, and they're individual pieces that are stuck to or strapped to poles. And when you get like 4, 5, 6 of them all together, then I've only seen them in Okayama, but that doesn't mean it's 100% consistent. But when you get like a single one, a lot of times it's still also in Chugoku from what I've seen. And bonus detail, this black and yellow sticker here is Okayama specific. I'll make a video sometime in the future about most useful stickers, I think. Moving right along, talking about Kagoshima, the southernmost prefecture on Kyushu. And we're going to talk about the specific style of tomare. So that's a stop sign, which is what tomare means stop. They often paint the word on the road as well, and the like font, I guess, varies across the country and is like a whole meta in itself. But I just wanted to talk about one of the most like unique and easy to tell apart ones, which is Kagoshima. Look specifically at the the center character. It's very boxy, like all of these horizontal lines are all the same length, and the loop down here is just a square. So there might be some spillover into similar prefectures, but that part, like southern Kyushu and Kagoshima specifically, very consistent for that and easy to keep an eye out for. Yeah, I believe these are all the same, just different potential examples. All right, and next we have Hokkaido, which is definitely one of the easier prefectures to tell that you're in normally, given that there's a lot of other metas for it, like the snow arrows or the cabbage. But I'm going to have some other stuff to add on top of that. And the first thing are these red and white arrows on the guardrails that are reminiscent of like the Nada stickers. Not on every guardrail. So if you see one that doesn't have it, doesn't mean you can't be in Hokkaido, but is very useful if you don't have those other more common metas telling Hokkaido from, say, Aomori or other northern prefectures. And then tidbit, given that Hokkaido is notoriously difficult to region guess, in very northern Hokkaido around Wakanai, you can often find Cyrillic on signs, either on road signs mostly or on other signs you might come across. And again, that's in a pretty small area, so not exactly a meta you're going to use every day, but it is specifically in Wakanai and the roads leading into it. So if you see pretty much anywhere in Japan signs of Cyrillic, you're going to be all the way up here. All right, let me know if you find tip videos like this helpful, because this type of video is a lot easier than the long guides like the plates video. However, I am going to make a Gaiwai video sometime in the near future, because in my opinion that's like the next most useful meta that there is outside of plates and like reading place name kanji. But I'm not particularly an expert in that, so I'll hit everything that I know or am confident in, I guess at the very least. But thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you next time.